Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. You guys ready for a Chattin' with Alana? Because I have got some stuff to tell you about that I still 2024 is still not done dishing things out to us. Anyway, so get something that you guys want to drink. I'm kicking off my shoes. I'm going to get comfortable. Ugh. I got my cup of coffee here. I have, I shouldn't be drinking coffee because I'm never going to sleep tonight, but that's okay. I'll crochet instead. Sorry, I was just noticing my stuff is all messed up. Anyway, so to start this off, what I'm talking about, if you guys don't know, there have been like a handful of things that has just happened to us since 2024 has started, and it's just like, come on, please stop. But, and the reason it's been such a pain is because it's been hindering me from, filming and getting tutorials out to you guys. That's better. My glasses felt funny. But I'm managing. I'm getting it under control. One of those was just, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. I just completely lost thought. Well, what I was going to say was that one of the things that has been stopping me from filming is getting migraines. And I got another one. I swear it's got to be my glasses. I think my prescription's changed and I have an appointment. Excuse me. My lunch is giving me indigestion. I have an appointment this Friday to for them to look at my prescription again to see if it's changed. Do you guys ever have those doctors or, well, so, you know, eye doctors, regular doctor, dentists, that they will tell you that if they have any cancellations between, you know, them scheduling your appointment and your appointment date, that they will call you and see if you can come in? I think after I'm done filming, well, they may be closed, I don't know. I'm going to call and ask them, is there any way you can get me in a little sooner than this Friday? So I really want to get my eyes checked out again, and I want a new pair of glasses. But anyway, so there's that, and fingers crossed after I get these new glasses, or at least a new prescription, that I'm not getting migraines anymore. I have no idea why it's happening. I don't know. Anyway, so there was that, and then just this one thing after another. Well, the next installment of that, of what has been happening, the other day, I was in the laundry room, and I was doing a load of laundry, and I kept hearing this sound, and it wasn't like just an over and over and over, it was like it sounded like this. And then I would do something, and then I'd hear it, and then I would be, you know, folding laundry or something like that, and I'd hear it again, and I'm like, what is that sound? So I stop and I look around and I hear it, and I thought, what? And I turn around just in time to see a water drop fall from the ceiling into the utility sink we have in the laundry room. And I just stood there and I stared at it, and I'm just like, are you kidding? And I look up, and the ceiling, it doesn't look there. Thankfully, there was not a bunch of like water damage or, you know, it falling down or anything like that. I just noticed that there's this little piece of, I don't know, is it drywall tape? I don't know what you call it. But it was just a little piece was kind of coming down from the ceiling, you know, like it wasn't attached to the ceiling. And I'm looking at it, and I see it drip into the sink. And I look back up, and I'm just like, well, he's going to be happy to hear this. So I was like, honey. He's like, what? I said, I think you need to come in the laundry room. And I show him, and he's like, oh no. So long story short, that's why the most recent tutorial that you have seen was the little heart applique, because I have not had time to sit down and film all the, did it just go dark? I don't know why that just, it looks like it just went dark. But anyway, I haven't had time to film all of those parts to that layette set that I showed you guys. Like, here's the little hat set. Because we gutted the laundry room, and what we're thinking is, knock on wood, that it is not a water line or a water pipe or anything like that leak. It's been raining so much here and wind blowing, and what we're thinking is that somehow the wind is blowing the water like it's coming down the roof before it gets to the gutter in the roof. I think this is what he's trying to explain to me. I don't know. The wind is blowing the rain uphill back into the house, and then it's coming down into whatever is underneath there. I don't know. Needless to say, our laundry room is completely gutted now. Can't do laundry, so the girls are not happy. Well, we can do laundry. They can go to my mother-in-law's or my parents' house and do laundry, but they haven't yet. So we've had that. And honestly, I thought today my new computer that my husband surprised me with, that's being built for Valentine's Day, I thought for sure it would be done today and we could go get it. Unfortunately, he has not gotten the phone call yet, but that's okay. I keep telling myself that's okay. I've got 400 other things that I can do today besides setting up, that new computer. So if it's going to be ready tomorrow or the next day, that's fine. That's okay. Can't rush perfection, right? So, still waiting on that. And as I'm waiting for that, I've been mulling over in my mind for Gaming with Alana, some video games that I want to play on there. And my husband bought me this game for my birthday back in November. It's called Lords of the Fallen. And holy cow, is it hard. It is very hard, but fun and scary. Oh, and I love it. So like 1-2 days a week, I have it scheduled. I shouldn't say I have it scheduled. I don't have it scheduled. I have it planned out that 2 nights a week are not crochet, that I get to play the video games that I love playing because it takes my mind off of things, and I'm not stressed, or I'm not upset, or I'm not, focused, struggling crocheting. And my husband watches me and he has a ball laughing at me or helping me or saying, you missed that, what have you. It's one way that we spend time together. And, yeah, it has been, whew. It's scary too. Holy cow. I am on edge playing that. And he'll go to, for instance, he got up to go to the bathroom the other day, and I was still sitting there playing it, and he came back into the room, and this is how jumpy I get. I am just like this, focused, playing, just staring at the TV. And he goes, "Hey, honey." And I threw up my arms and about threw my controller. And for those of you that don't know, which probably a lot of you don't know this, but when I get startled, so okay, so what I'm trying to say is that I don't get scared, like watching a scary movie. I don't get scared for that. I'm easily startled. So, throughout this video game, there are some things that other people would probably not like to see, but for me, it doesn't bother me. The blood and gore and all that doesn't bother me. It's the jump scares that, oh man. Well, me being me, I'm the type of person that when somebody startles me, I have diarrhea of the mouth. Things are going to come flying out of my mouth that I would never normally say. And I would never want to say, but it happens. And so like I was saying, when I was playing this game and I'm focused, and he goes to the bathroom and he comes out and he's like, "Hey, honey," and I went, "Ah!" And I threw that controller. Well, I didn't throw it, but I threw my hands up and I was like, "What?" And then he started laughing and I was like, "I'm sorry. I said more. I said, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say all those cuss words and scream like that, but you know as well as I do, when you startle me, things are going to come flying out of my mouth that I don't mean to say. So, yes, dear, what do you need? But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but I wanted to tell you guys, I'm thinking about playing something similar to that. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. And, something else I want to tell you is today I put on makeup, and I haven't worn makeup in a little while, and I got a little bit of it in my eye, and my eye is constantly watery now, and that's making my nose run, which is making me get not stuffy, but stuffed up sounding. So I sound like I've got my nose plugged, but my nose is running. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. What else did I wanted to tell you guys about? I am moving forward on I just got a notification across my phone. I was reading that. I am working on that baby set. I have started filming the next part, and knock on wood, fingers crossed, everything is gonna go okay. Work is going great. I'm super happy with that. I actually, so one night before work, I don't know, it was like, so usually we go to sleep about 10:30, 11:30, somewhere in there, right? Well, it was probably 12:30, 1 o'clock. I am tossing and turning, tossing and turning. I'm hot and then I'm cold. And then my nose is running, then it's not running. And then I'm hot and then I'm cold. And I'm just tossing and turning over and over and over. And so normally I get up at like 4 o'clock, 4:10-ish. No, that's not right. My coffee pot goes off at that time, and then I get up at like 4:15, 4:20-ish. I have to get up, drink my coffee, sit down, and actually wake up before I can start getting ready for work. I can't just hit the floor and go get ready. I have to wake up, do my, my morning routine, and then I take a shower, do my hair, do my makeup, get my clothes, get in the car, get to work. Well, this was probably 2:30. I was still tossing and turning, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. So I text my boss, and I'm like, hey, I'll work Saturday. I'm not coming in. I said, if I go to sleep right now, which isn't going to happen because now I'm mad because I'm not sleeping. So not only is it like this vicious cycle of me tossing and turning, now we're going to throw in that I am just angry because I'm not sleeping. So, and I text my boss, even if I fell asleep right now, I do not want to be sitting at that desk for 8.5 hours on an hour and a half of sleep. Forget it. I'll work Saturday. And she was perfectly fine with it. She understood, and I told her. She didn't answer me at that time. She answered me at like 5 o'clock because she lives closer to the hospital than I do. So she doesn't have to get up early. But anyway, so I was just like, forget it. I'm getting up. I'm getting up because I can't sleep. I know I'm not going to go to sleep because I'm so mad that I'm not sleeping. Plus, I can't stop tossing and turning and, just, So I get up and I sit down and I look at the TV and a spot of my vision is gone. And it's the white noise on the old TVs. That's what I see. And it takes out a whole chunk of my vision. So if I was, sitting, looking straight, and I put my hand on the spot and then, move my hand around until I'm at the spot where I can't see my hand, it would be like right here. So like all of this, I couldn't see. This I can, but like this I couldn't see at all. So I'm just like, and at this point, I was just about ready to bawl. What else can you do but just sit there and cry and be like, I'm sick of this. But what I did was got up, and I know I should not have done this, but I got up and I took 5. I took 5 naproxen sodium, which is the generic for Aleve. I believe. And then I chugged a bunch of water and laid down, and finally, you know, it started to ease and go away, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up 10 minutes later. Yeah. And I did not go back to sleep until probably 9 o'clock the next night. I was just like, I am stressed to the max, aggravated, sick of this, you know. And then my husband had to go to town for something, and I don't remember what it was, but I asked him, I said, will you please get me a sleep aid? I said, I don't know what to get. I don't take sleep aids. I know I don't want like a melatonin vitamin, just a sleep aid. Equate brand, cheapy from Walmart, a sleep aid. And he picked me up a bottle, and he came home with it. And then, so like 9 o'clock that night, I read the directions, and it says take one 30 minutes before bed. So I was like, well, 9 o'clock is close enough. I'm ready for bed. So I took it. And you guys, I do not remember laying down. I do not remember looking at the TV. I just remember that next morning waking up and being like, oh my gosh, I feel like I got hit by a truck. Like, have you guys ever had those nights where you lay in one position all night long and you don't move, and you wake up the next morning and you're like, ugh. That's what my chest felt like. I had to keep going like this to get my muscles stretched out because my chest hurt so bad. But I felt like $1,000,000, and I had more energy that next day than I have had in quite a while. And I was so happy, and I haven't taken one since because I thought I don't want to get to where I'm dependent on them. So, I'm saving it until I need it. But oh man, I was so happy. Nothing woke me up that night. Nothing. I don't remember anything. But I did. I felt like I got hit by a truck that next morning. But I was happy because I slept. So that was a plus. Out of everything I've told you guys, that was a plus, that I finally slept all... Well, I shouldn't say finally. It's not like I don't sleep, but I did sleep all night. But other than that, I mean, everything's been going great. I forgot to tell you. So, do you guys remember me telling you about the canopy bed set, and that I am finishing that before I work on any more personal crochet stuff? I finished the next part of that, and then laid it on the canopy bed, and realized I did it wrong. And I wasn't even upset. I was just like, meh, that's alright. I kind of didn't like it anyway. So I pulled it all back out, started it all back over again, and I am much happier with how it looks now. So that's a plus. Even though it doesn't sound like it, it's a plus, because as soon as I got it done, before I even laid it on the canopy bed, I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I can do better. And I don't like having things that I look at that I make knowing I could have done better. So, yeah. I tore it all apart. And then the filet crochet is going along great. I haven't gotten too far. Man, some of those rows take a long time. I think one time it took me like 40 minutes to do a row, because I was this and this, mark it off. This and this, mark it off. And it was just taking a long time. And then on one row, I like that when I make an error, it's easy to find and it's easy to fix. So I have made a few errors on the row that I'm working on. Not, you know, I've gotten 3 rows past and realized I messed up. If you mess up on that row, there ain't no finishing it, because you see it's wrong. So you stop, and then I go through my little where I've written down, you know, space or block, and I'm like, okay, here, right there, I found it. And then you just pull it out and fix it. So, happy with that. And I am really liking filet crochet. That is fun to do. I like it because, so like my husband can be watching football or watching, you know, basketball, whatever he wants to watch. And I can sit there and just focus on this, and it's me and this pattern. If my fellow crocheters, you guys will understand what that means. or how that feels. It's just you and your work. Nothing else is in your mind. You're focused on this, and it's turning out beautifully. So that makes me happy. So there's that. Let me see. What else? Oh, my husband. So Saturday, while I worked, my husband took our daughter, and he and her, those two went shopping by themselves, and our other daughter went to her dad's house for the weekend, and they went shopping and came home with, I'm not going to show it because it's a little risque, but my husband knows me, and they went to this antique store, and he found it's a like a piggy bank, a coin bank. I don't know what you would want to call it, but what it does is it's a woman that's standing, or she's sitting on a basket or something. There's like a yellow basket behind her, and she's got one arm like this and one arm like this, and this arm moves, if you can imagine. So when you put a quarter in it, it's supposed to, its arm, you know, comes down like this. Anyway, it's broken, and my husband thought I could fix it, and, you know, me being me, can you know, get into things and fix it, but I told him, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is probably one of those things I'm not going to be able to fix. I can't get into it, and it's got these metal, like, little clamp things that are clamping the piece into it, and then to get in there to unclamp the piece, you know, you've got to wiggle, and I'm just like, honey, I don't think I can fix this. I think I spotted a part where, like, it's got a battery compartment. It's got a little battery compartment in the bottom of it, and I think I spotted a part where the wire is ripped out of it, and that's past me. I have no idea how to fix that, so it's gonna be a little decoration off on the side. Anyway, so there was that, and I think, honestly, I think that is all that's been going on. Yes, it's a lot, but thankfully that's it. Could always be worse. And I always tell myself, when I'm sitting here moaning and whining and complaining to you guys about how much things have sucked lately, I always tell myself it could always be worse. It could always be so much worse, and thank you God it's not. And amen. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to get off here. I am going to go probably put up leftovers, dishes, make my coffee for the morning, and get ready for bed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. And let me know in the comments, how's your guys' 2024 been so far? Hope it's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.